What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Turtleponics. And today's episode, I want to show you my. I don't know if YouTube is gonna be okay with this, but it's a chamber that I kill floating plants in. I don't want to call it what I want to call it because I might get flagged. But I kill plants basically in this thing. I stuff them in this little cup. I seal up the cup. It's not sealed. It's just closed with that little rubber stopper thing. I got it from an old heater, old broken heater. I loosely close off the bottom, and the floating plants that I stuff in there cannot get wet, or they die. And I'm forcing them to be submerged underwater so that they die. And why would I want to kill floating plants? You might ask. The floating plants will feed the crayfish that I have in here, which will release tons of ammonia, which will break down into nitrites and then nitrates. This is normally something people avoid, like the plague. But when you're growing a bunch of plants, let's look at my strawberry over here. Where is it? It's so tiny. When you're growing a bunch of plants, they need ammonia. Or something ammonia of plants need to survive, to thrive. They need ammonia, or not ammonia, they need nitrogen, but ammonia is a source of nitrogen. They need nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And with this guy right here, the need for nitrogen is a thing of the past. The this is this isn't a good video for floating plants. If you want to see a video of how to take care of floating plants, look back at my third video, I think it is, and uh, you can learn how to farm floating plants in that video. But in this video, we're killing it. We are killing floating plants in this video. So I I couldn't come up with this concept. So it took me a really long time. I was buying this other thing that Zoomed, they make a floating turtle feeder. I was trying to get that, but I haven't had luck with shipping. Every time I buy it, it gets lost in shipping somehow. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna make my own. I just emptied out this little rubber duck, and I shoved a little cup in the hole of the rubber duck. And then in that cup, you can stuff duckweed, azolla, whatever you want to break down. Actually, it can't be whatever you want. It has to be a floating plant. Floating plants do not like getting wet. They're wet 24/7, but they don't like getting the top side wet or they die. And this is just an easy way to release tons of nitrogen into the tank, into the water. My little floaty duck thing. I went from first I wanted to buy the floating turtle feeder thing. I wasn't even going to use it for the turtle. Then I realized that I can buy a tea infuser. And that's basically what this thing is, a floating tea infuser. Um and it would work just as good as the turtle thing, the turtle feeder. And there's a lot more available of them, of the tea infusers. So I figured it out late, but I'm probably gonna get a tea infuser at some point. They have some shaped like strawberries. It would be fitting to my garden once I get the strawberries going. But a floating, most of them aren't floating, and that's another thing. I wanted it to float like this. They have a chlorine diffuser. They have some for like a spa, like mini spa pools, and they have some little floating infuser things for that. I was gonna buy one of those, but I think it's too big for how little this fish bowl is, so I didn't buy that. So when I get the floating turtle feeder in the mail, I'll post another update video. It's probably gonna be better than this duck I made, but this duck's okay. I don't like that some of the Ozola came out of the bottom. I put a couple marbles in there to weigh it down because it was lopsided before. But yeah, this is how I feed my plants. Very natural way of doing it too. Like, I don't have to go out to the store and buy a weird nitrogen salt or some weird chemical. This is grown by me here at home. This is all pretty much organic. So, very healthy, very natural, very clean. Turtle tank's always clean. He's happy. So yeah, I'll post an update when I get the turtle feeder. I'll create another kill chamber, floating plant kill chamber, death chamber. But yeah, like and subscribe. Have a good night. Peace.